We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello all, myself Amit Kulkarni, Assistant Professor in SNPIT and RC College, Umrak, Bardoli. So in previous part, we have already studied superposition theorem and basic fundamentals related to basic electrical technology. Now today we will be starting with a new theorem, that is Thevenin's theorem. So first we will see the statement. What does this Thevenin's theorem say? The Thevenin's theorem states that a linear two-terminal circuit, okay, it is a linear two-terminal circuit. It says that linear two-terminal circuit can be replaced by an equivalent circuit that consists of a voltage source VTH in series and a resistor RTH. So till here let us understand what does it say. So it states that a a linear two-terminal circuit can be replaced by equivalent source which consists of VTH in series with RTH. So it says that if there is a circuit, okay, if there is a circuit like this, okay, and here there is one voltage source. Suppose I name this as V1, okay. So and there is another source over here, and there is another source over here, and this I name as RL. This I name as R4. This is R3. This is R2 and this is R1. So it states that this whole circuit can be replaced. This is V2. This whole circuit can be replaced with one voltage source, that is VTH. Okay, okay, and that will be connected in series with the RTH. That is connected in series with the RTH. So these are the two terminals they are talking about. A linear two terminal circuit can be replaced by, so these are all two terminal circuits. Wherever you say there will be two terminal circuit, this whole two terminal circuit can be replaced with this circuit, that is consisting of VTH in series with RTH. So how to find this VTH? So this VTH is found by open circuiting the voltage at the terminals, and the RTH is the input or equivalent resistance at the terminals when independent sources are turned off. Okay, so how to find it? So we have to find it by removing this load resistance. So when we remove this load resistance, what will be left out? This much is left out. Okay, now from here you have to observe and find open circuit voltage. Okay, open circuit voltage, this open circuit voltage will give you Thevenin's voltage. So by finding this open circuit voltage, you will get the value of VTH. And similarly, to find RTH, what you need to do? You need to remove all the independent sources. So independent sources is removed. It means this is removed. So voltage source is removed by short circuiting it. Similarly, over here also this is short circuited. And then equivalent resistance is found. Equivalent resistance is found. So from finding equivalent resistances, you will get the value of RTH. So you get RTH, and then you need to replace this load resistance over here, and finally you can find the unknown current or voltage which you need to find through this resistance. So let us understand the steps. What is the steps? So step is disconnect the load from the circuit, then find the Thevenin voltage across the open circuit, then find RTH by short circuiting all the independent voltage sources and the open circuiting all the independent current sources, and then find the equivalent resistance looking into the circuit from the load side, and then make an equivalent Thevenin circuit and arrange the Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance in series with load, and this can now be connected in the circuit. Okay, so let us understand this theorem using a numerical. So you keep this thing in mind. Keep these 4 steps in mind. This is, I will be solving the circuit with these steps only. So let me name the steps. So this will be first step, this will be second step, this will be third step, and this will be fourth step. Okay, these 4 steps will be following. So let us see here. This is a circuit given. So you have to find Thevenin's theorem. Using Thevenin's theorem, you need to find current in this 1 ohms. Okay, you need to find the current in this 1 ohm. And it is also said that you also have to find the current if 1 ohm resistor was replaced by 4 ohms. Okay. So it says that if this 1 ohm resistance is replaced by 4 ohms, how much amount of current will be flowing here? And similarly, if 10 ohms was flowing, 10 ohms was kept, then what amount of current will be flowing here? Okay, so you need to find the current for these 3 cases. So a normal circuit, if you solve it, you have to find the current for this branch 3 times. You have to solve this circuit. But in using this Thevenin's theorem, it is a beauty or advantage that it will be able to give you answer in one step only. If you know the value of I for 1 ohm. Okay, so let us try to solve. So first step, we as I had mentioned in the steps, first stage is you have to remove the load resistance. So this load resistance is removed. So you will get this circuit. Second step is you need to find this Thevenin's voltage. Okay, so how to find the Thevenin's voltage? So you can apply KVL over here. Okay, so KVL will be VTH, okay, VTH, then minus 12, then this 8 ohms, but current flowing here is 0 because this is open circuit, so current flowing in the 8 ohms is 0. Then over here 24 volts come across here, so it will be minus 24 and this will be equals to 0. So this gives us VTH, that will be 36 volts. So I think this much is understood how we found the VTH. Okay. Next is to find RTH. Okay. Next is to find RTH. So let me write this answer over here. So we know that VTH has came out to be 36 volts. Okay. VTH is 36 volts. Now to find RTH, what is the step? So this is third step. Okay, this is third step. And this was your second step. Okay, this is your second step. So the third step is you have to remove all the independent sources which are present in the circuit and find the equivalent resistance. So to remove voltage source, what is to be? You need to short circuit it. Similarly over here 24 volt is replaced by a short circuit. So now you need to find RTH. So RTH is found simply, you have to see over here from this side. Okay, from the side where you have open circuited. So from here if you see RTH, then this 9 ohm is shorted by simple wire. So when you short a resistance, then the result is short circuit only. Why? Because the short circuit means 0 ohms and there is a 9 ohm in parallel. So if you find the equivalent resistance, so we know the value of equivalent resistance formula, it is product of two resistance divided by summation of two resistance. So this will give you 0 ohms. So 0 ohms resistance means short circuit. Okay, so the result will be short, and over here also this is shorted, so this also gets shorted. So if you find RTH, it comes out to be this 8 ohms. So it means that RTH is 8 ohms. So these two terms are very important. We have found VTH and RTH. So third step is over. Now fourth step is you need to arrange this circuit. Okay, so let us arrange this circuit and find the value. So how will the circuit is? So fourth step will be arranging these terms. So we know the answer that over here we have found VTH and RTH. So arranging this circuit. So let me arrange. So this will be your VTH. Okay, this will be your VTH, and this will be connected in series with RTH. Okay, this will be connected in series with RTH, and over here there will be load resistance RL, which is now brought in. Okay, initially here there was open circuit, this load resistance was removed, it is now brought back over here. Okay, and you need to find the current through this load resistance, that is 1 ohms. Yes or no? This load resistance was 1 ohm. So you have the value of VTH, that is 36 volts. You know the value of RTH, which is 8 ohms, and you also know the value of RL, which is 1 ohm. So now you just simply have to find the answer. So how we will be solving it? So it is now very simple. You have the value of VTH, that is 36 volts. You know the value of RTH. RTH is 8 ohms, and you know the value of RL, which is 1 ohm. And the equivalent circuit will be like this. Okay, this will be your VTH, this will be your RTH, and over here there will be two terminals, and over here you are connecting load resistance RL. Okay, and you need to find this current I. Okay, this is your RTH, this is your VTH. So how will you find this current I? So this current I for the given resistance RL, that is 1 ohm, will be equals to, it will be VTH divided by RTH plus RL. Son, this is simply Ohm's law. So from this you will get ITH, I in through 1 ohm resistance will be equals to 36 by 9. So it will be nothing but 4 ampere. Yes, sir? 4 ampere. Now the question is, if this 1 ohm resistance is replaced by 4 ohm resistance, what will be the current? So you know that what changes will be there. Over here VTH remains same 36, and over RTH also remains same. What will change? Instead of this 1 ohm, now you need to replace this by 4 ohm. So you will get the answer to be 3 ampere. Okay, very simple. So this was for first case, this was for second case. So here I can write that this current is for 4 ohms. Similarly, if you need to find the 10 ohms, I hope that you got the method that for current through 10 ohm, the formula will remain the same. Only thing is that instead of denominator here 4, now it will be 8 plus 10. So it will give 36 by 18, giving us answer to be 2 ampere. Okay. So this much I think is understood, and you now have the method to solve this circuit. So let us take another example. Consider this circuit, and you have to solve this circuit using Thevenin's theorem and find the current flowing through this 6 ohm resistance. So let us begin. So first step will be, if you have to find the current through 6 ohms, remove this 6 ohm current. Okay. So over here you can see I have removed 6 ohm current. So this will be your first step. Second step is you need to find voltage VTH across that open circuit. So to find voltage across this voltage circuit, VTH open circuit will be VTH minus 12 and minus 2 times into drop. So minus 2 times is resistance, and the current will be this current which is flowing here. So it is 2 ampere which is flowing in opposite direction to the actual. Okay, so that's why I have written here minus 2. So equivalent VTH will be minus 12 plus 4. So it will give VTH to be plus 8 volts. So second step is completed. Third step is you need to find RTH. So to find RTH, what is done? You have to open circuit the current source and short circuit the voltage source. Okay, so if you do this, you are able to get this circuit, and the RTH of this will be equal to 2 ohms. So after that, fourth step is you need to arrange this. So arrangement is such that VTH is brought in series with RTH. Okay, VTH is brought in series with RTH, and that is connected in series with the RL, which was removed in the first case. Okay, so RL was 6 ohms. That circuit is brought again in the circuit, and you need to find the current I. So the current I will be equals to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. So that comes out to be 1 ohm. So I hope that these two numericals would give you some help to how to solve the Thevenin's theorem in particular steps, and that are 4 steps which you can use. First step is to open circuit the load resistance. This load resistance is nothing but the resistance, that is the element whose current or voltage is to be found. Second step will be you have to find the open circuit voltage across that removed load resistance, and that open circuit voltage is also called as Thevenin's voltage. Third step will be to find the Thevenin's resistance RTh. It is found by eliminating all the independent sources which are present in the circuit. When I say eliminating an independent source, it means that all the voltage sources in the circuit must be short circuited. All the voltage source must be independent, then only you can say that they must be short circuited. Similarly, all the independent current source must be open circuit. After doing so, you can find the value of RTh, and then fourth step will be the arrangement of the Thevenin's equivalent, that is VTh will be connected in series with RTh, and that will be connected in series with RL, and finally you can find the unknown parameter. So I hope that Thevenin's theorem concept is clear. In the next part, we will be studying Norton's theorem. Thank you.